Y'all ready? First of all, Arizona State, they're a really good football team. That offensive line is huge. The running back, Benjamin, I was a little nervous in the first half. We had a hard time tackling. Second half, our guys adjusted. I thought the way the D-line and the front seven played in the second half was pretty amazing for what was going on in the first half. And we've kind of done that a couple games now. We need to get that cranked up a little bit quicker in the first half with some of those bigger lines. And then the way we ran the ball at the end of the game to put the game away, to me, was really special. Really, really special. I think we got the ball with 7 minutes and 20 seconds or something. 7:10. Thank you, 7:10. I'm off 10 seconds. I knew Brian would correct me. And then ran the ball, and then the time we had to throw it, they knew we were going to throw it, and they blitzed and protected well, threw and caught it well. That was, to me, a really special ending there. So I'll take any questions at this time.
Coach, that was 5 straight defensive stops to end the game, including slowing down Benjamin in the second half. What were really the key adjustments you guys made in the second half?
A couple of them, they were doing a good job of picking up our slants a little bit with their big lineman kind of washing us by, and he was cutting back, as you noticed. So we stopped slanting him as much and started plugging our backers and getting a better feel for that to try to get him in the backfield before he got started, which we did. And then our kids just got better of being stout and getting rid of them, and then we tackled him lower. We were trying to tackle him low going in the game. We talked about because he spins all the time. We started hitting him lower. That helped. And I really think our stamina helped tremendously on both sides of the football. I think we were stronger at the end than they were. And that's a credit to Drew Wilson and our coaches, and I think it's also a credit to the way our coaches practice them and push them so hard in practice as far as our tempo and everything we do.
What were your thoughts on the targeting call on Nate Landman and then the one on KB Nixon that called back?
I can't comment on any of those, so I'll get fined, so I'm not going to say anything. I'll have to look on tape. But the good thing about it is we won without Nate out there, and Nate's back first play at USC, so I'm going to go from there.
Stephen Montez brought his whole offensive line in here. What does that kind of say about his maturity as a quarterback?
Oh, he's got great maturity. He's a really likable guy. As y'all notice if you've been around, he's got a great personality. He cares about everybody. Everybody's got an ego, but he controls his ego really well. He loves all the teammates, and loves hanging out with them and being around them. And I think that showed a lot he brought them up here. I saw them all going down. They got stuck in the stairwell. That's why I was a minute late. We're trying to let them back down. So that was nice, really smart by him too, and nice. But he's that type of guy. He cares about everybody.
When you guys lost Nate, how big of or what did you guys have to do adjust to losing him, and how do you think the players reacted?
I think they reacted fine. The good thing about it, Drew's played in there a lot, so we just moved Drew inside and put Carson Wells outside, and that's how we did it, and it worked out good.
Coach, how crucial was that breakup by Delrick Abrams on the 4th down in the red zone?
Gigantic. He played it just like we taught, red zone technique. Him and the guy were both on each other. Both of them had their hands out. He got up and got his hand in, and I'm glad that he's 6'3" and long, and that's why we call him Slim. And so that was a great play. I thought they might throw it to the other side. I guess they didn't, and I thought Chris was in good position on number 1 over there. That was a huge play for us. I think the big play was when they ran the bootleg, and Mustafa, 285-pound defensive tackle, plays the boot correctly, comes under control, and tackles the quarterback. That was huge. Then I know they ran the next one. What a play the quarterback made, and we tackled him on the 3.5-yard line, I guess. I thought we had him, and he threw it up and said, "Oh," and then they caught it, and we those were good plays by both teams, and then our play there at the end was a heck of a play by Delrick. And so I thought that whole series was really 2 good football teams, both kind of making plays. We just made one more.
You talked a little bit about Stephen, but his accuracy this year, I think he was 24 of 33, and probably 6 of those were just smart throwaways. Yeah. So he's missing almost no throws. What is the biggest thing you're seeing, whether it's mechanically or his studying? Or
well, in studying, he knows where he wants to go with the ball. That sign of have up confidence. Knowledge plus confidence equals playing fast. And so that helps you. But the thing, he's really worked on his feet. He's really balanced on his feet. You don't see him falling off. He knows when to step up. He knows when to step out and scramble and get his feet set. He's just kept maturing, and he's gotten a little bit better in every area, and that's making a huge difference.
Past few weeks, it's kind of been a little bit of a tale of 2 halves with the run defense. How do you guys come out better out of the gate going
well,
forward?
We've played the UCLA game. In that game, they ran through us on one play there that we had the guy. But they're good running backs and they're good offensive lines. If we can hold teams to 21 points and under 400 yards of offense, in the Pac-12. Of course, we want to hold them to 200 and we want to score them to 0. But to me, we gave our chances an opportunity to win. It's just that offensive line was big and physical, and Benjamin's good. And we got used to it, and our kids just kept playing and playing and playing. We missed a few tackles early, and then, of course, what I was telling you, we were slanting a little bit, and he made a couple of great cutbacks. A lot of running backs couldn't make those cutbacks. So we realized how good a cutback runner he was. We thought it coming in, but he made a couple. So we said we got to stop doing that. We got to try to keep him corralled and not have the cutbacks. And the reason you move a little bit is when they're that big. If you're always taking them on, they walk you, okay? And if you move, then they lunge and you come free, which we do sometimes. But they were early on, they were latching onto it a little bit. So we corrected that. And we did slant later on, and we came free after we didn't do it a while. So they're good teams. We just need to, earlier on, tackle them a little bit better is what we'd like to do. I know that's not a great answer, but that's probably the truth.
Got two pretty big ones coming up on the road, and SC, obviously their first kind of always traditional power. Your thoughts on that game? I know you want to enjoy this one a little bit, but your first initial thoughts on playing Southern Cal?
Yeah, I want to enjoy this one, and I'll start working on Southern Cal tomorrow. And, of course, they're perennial. I think they have more NFL players in the NFL in the history of college football than anybody. I think that sums it up on their talent. So we'll get ready for them Sunday and go down there. It'll be a great game on a Saturday night, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a huge crowd there. It'll be a lot of fun for us and for them.
Coach Mac, family weekend here at campus. Stephen Montez brings in his entire offensive line here for the postgame. Real tight group you guys have here. Not only your son plays for the team as well, but as separate yourself from a coach at this point, how proud are you of Jay? And not only that, but the whole family atmosphere with the Buffs here.
Yeah, it's really exciting. These guys, I love all my teams. I care about all my teams. And there's some teams you kind of like more than others just because of how they all are together and you kind of like what you see. This team I really like. I like being around them. I like going to practice. I like hanging out with them. They got that unique ability to be focused but also be loose. And you don't find that all the time. And I think they have that. What you need, you got to be focused and you got to be loose, and they just keep playing. I mean, they really just keep playing. And I give credit to our strength staff and to our coaches for instilling that in them, and I give credit to our seniors and our senior captains of how they've instilled that in them. And there's not a very this is not a selfish group. They really are a group that'll do anything they need to do to help each other win.
Coach, 5-0 since 1998 was the last time you guys were 5-0. What's been the key to having young guys and veteran players just coming together to have that success that you have so far this season?
Our veterans have taken the leadership role, and they've truly showed the younger guys they care about them, and they're a huge part of the team. And they help them, they work with them, they push them, they do everything, and I've been just so proud of our seniors and our captains on how they've done that. It's been pretty inspiring to me.
Coach, a handful of times you went to Wildcat, direct snap to LaVisca. Everyone in the house knows who's getting the ball. What makes that so tough to defend?
Our offensive line is blocking. We've also added a few more wrinkles to it each week. The first week we only ran it one way. The second week we countered. The third week we did a different one, and then we added in motion and all these different things. So I'm pretty sure they'll keep keying on it. We'll have some other wrinkles up our sleeves to do some different things with it. But our line is just blowing them off. Our tight ends are kicking people out, and then Visca hits it downhill fast. He's powerful. So that's a good one. I thought one of the cool plays was we ran that screen down there on the goal line and blocked, and the corner kind of saw it and just came running. And he had a clean hit on Visca, and he just bounced off of him. Visca just ran in, But the good thing is Coach Shev and them taught him, and it was a great throw. So he caught the ball, and he was able to get his shoulders upfield straight. You know, if he would have been behind him, the guy would have tackled him. But it was a perfect pass. He got his field. We told him to get his shoulders upfield, and so we thought anywhere the 2-yard line in this game, the way they played, that if he caught at least if they got tackled him, he could lean in and get it in. He just ran right through him. And Chris and Jay made 2 really good blocks on the other guys, so they couldn't hold it, wouldn't slow him down. So that was a good play.
The way you guys have played these first 2 games in Pac-12 play, how much does that speak to how much more mentally and physically tough you guys are opposed to last year?
We are more mentally and physically tough as a whole team than we were last year. There's no doubt. We didn't win those type of games last year. We wouldn't have put them away like we did. We wouldn't have kept battling. They've really bonded well, and the coaches have done a great job of pushing that, and they are a mentally more physically tough football team. There's no doubt about it.
I want to ask you about Jacob Callier.
Jacob hurt his shoulder in the very first game against CSU, and so he played on it the first 4 games. We thought he'd be able to play on it the rest of the year, but it's really bothering him, so he's getting operated on Tuesday. So he'll be able to redshirt with that new rule, I was proud of what he did and how he was playing, and we need him, but now that Alex Changham's kind of coming along and some other guys, that's helped us. But I really appreciate Jacob, and he'll get operated on Tuesday by Eric McCarty, the best doctor in America, and he'll do a good job, and he'll be back ready to go for spring practice.
Nick Fisher made a really big tackle on a potential game-tying touchdown, and then you guys had a goal line stand to keep them out of the end zone. How crucial was that in swinging the momentum of the game?
It was huge. You know, I know that I use that word too much, but it was a critical play that he never gave up on and got him down. And then our guys didn't say, well, they're down there, they're going to score. They said, no, we're going to rise up and stop them. And they did. They strained. They got after it. That was a huge series in the football game, no doubt about it.